My child, do not scroll. This message is not random. You were led here, and heaven is watching your response. I have seen your tears, even the ones you hide. I have heard the thoughts you never speak, the questions you carry at night. You wonder if you are enough. You wonder what they say about you when you are not there. You wonder if love is still real, and if your heart is safe. Listen now, because this is for you. The person you loved deeply, the one you prayed for, the one you defended, the one you trusted with your softness. Heaven has been listening to every word spoken about you. Some words were spoken in secret, but nothing is hidden from me. Whispers do not escape heaven, and neither do intentions. They spoke carelessly, not knowing the weight of what they released. But I saw every moment, and I guarded your heart from the sharpest edge. Do not let your mind imagine the worst, for fear is not your inheritance. I am not the author of confusion, and I do not plant suspicion to wound my own. What was said cannot cancel what I have spoken over you. What was mocked cannot undo what I carefully designed. I formed your face with intention and with love. There is nothing accidental about the way you appear in this world. Before any human I ever saw you, mine delighted in you. Before anyone formed an opinion, I had already called you beautiful and chosen. You have been measuring yourself by broken mirrors. You have been listening for affirmation in places where silence and envy live. But I am calling you back to my voice now, because my word over you is louder than their conversation. Yes, you sensed a shift. Yes, you felt something in your spirit. It was not betrayal you were feeling. It was discernment awakening. I allowed you to feel it, not to break you, but to awaken you. I allowed the discomfort to lead you back to your worth. Do not confront what I am already correcting. Do not fight what I am already uprooting. There are conversations happening that will never touch your destiny. There are opinions forming that will never reach your future. What reaches you is what I allow. What shapes you is what I speak. They may discuss your appearance, but heaven is discussing your purpose. They may notice your outer form, but I am shaping your inner future. You are being prepared for something big, and preparation always feels uncomfortable before it feels powerful. I am refining your vision. I am strengthening your boundaries. I am teaching your heart what it will no longer tolerate. I am showing you what love should never feel like. This is not rejection. This is redirection wrapped in revelation. I am not exposing this to shame you. I am revealing it to free you. Because where you are going, you cannot carry the need to be approved by everyone. Where you are going, your value must be rooted in me alone. The angels are speaking your name today, not in warning, but in covering. They are standing around your heart right now. They are guarding what you almost gave away. You thought you were unnoticed, but heaven has been watching every moment of your becoming. Your tears have been recorded. Your prayers have been stored. Your patience has not been ignored. Your faith has not been forgotten. Even when your voice trembled, I heard you. Even when your hand shook, I held you. You are not weak for feeling this deeply. You are strong because you still choose to love. I know the confusion you carry. I know the silence you sit in. You replay moments in your mind. You search for meaning between words and pauses. But listen closely now. This is not the season of guessing. This is the season of knowing who you are. This is the season of standing without shrinking. You will not be embarrassed by what I am about to reveal. You will be strengthened by it. For what feels like loss is clearing space for alignment, and what feels like heartbreak is making room for honor. Stay with me a little longer, because the breakthrough is closer than your breath. You have been standing at the edge of truth without knowing it. You have been feeling the shift without seeing the source. Now I unveil what was hidden, not to wound you, but to release you. The one you love has been speaking from their own insecurity. What they said about your face was never about your face. It was a mirror of their own fear. It was the sound of their unhealed wounds speaking. They compared because they are unsure. They commented because they are restless. They sought agreement because they are afraid to stand alone. But your worth was never on trial in their conversation. Heaven did not pause when they spoke. Your destiny did not flinch when they whispered. What they discussed in fragments, I crafted in perfection. What they tried to reduce, I magnified in my purpose. Your face carries your story. Your eyes carry your survival. Your expression carries your journey through loss and hope. Your presence carries the evidence that you did not quit. You are not overlooked in the spirit. You are recognized in the unseen. The angels know your name. They know the nights you cried without making a sound. They saw the strength you showed when you wanted to collapse. They stood near you when you thought no one noticed. You were being protected even when you felt exposed. You were being defended even when you felt judged. I did not allow the full weight of their words to reach your heart. I filtered the damage through my mercy. What touched you only felt like a sting. What could have shattered you was restrained by my hand. You thought you were alone in this, but heaven was in the room the entire time. The enemy tried to use their words to fracture your identity, but I turned it into a doorway to awakening. You are beginning to see clearly now. You are beginning to value your soul above approval. This is the healing that comes quietly. This is the strength that grows in silence. Do not harden your heart, but do not abandon your discernment. Love deeply, but love wisely. Trust fully, but trust with light. I am teaching you the difference. I am maturing your spirit gently. You no longer need to chase validation. You no longer need to shrink to be accepted. What is meant for you will not mock you. What is from me will never require you to feel small. You are entering a season of clarity. You are entering a season of divine alignment. What confused you will soon make sense. What hurt you will soon strengthen you. There will be a conversation that changes everything. There will be a moment that restores your peace. You will not remain in this tension forever. You will not stay in this uncertainty always. Breakthrough is moving toward you quietly. Restoration is walking toward you gently. You do not have to force it. You only have to stay open. What you thought would destroy you is becoming the source of your discernment. What you feared would define you is becoming your testimony. You are not behind. You are right on time for what I am shaping. You are not forgotten. You are being prepared. Heaven is watching you rise from this moment. The angels are speaking your name with expectation. Your next season will not look like your last. Your next chapter will not repeat your old pain. You will love again without fear. You will trust again without losing yourself. You will smile without wondering who is talking behind your back. You will rest without scanning for rejection, because I am rebuilding your confidence from the inside. And what I build, no whisper can dismantle. Stay with me. I am not finished with you yet. There is more light ahead. There is more peace coming. There is more love that does not wound waiting for you. There is more joy that does not question you approaching. You were never abandoned. You were being redirected. You were never diminished. You were being refined. You were never unnoticed. You were being covered. Rest now in this truth. You are safe in my hands. And if your heart still needs comfort, listen again. There is another message waiting for you in the next divine moment. Breathe with me for a moment. Let the tension leave your shoulders. You have been carrying questions like weight on your chest. Tonight I lift that weight gently. You do not need to replay the conversation anymore. You do not need to reconstruct every tone and pause. What you did not hear clearly, I heard completely. What you could not prove, I already knew. Release the scenes you keep revisiting. Release the imaginary endings your mind keeps writing. You are safe from what almost wounded you. You are sheltered from what could have broken you. I did not allow this to reach you to torment you. I allowed it so you would rise stronger. Some lessons come wrapped in discomfort. Some wisdom only arrives through awakening. You are awakening now, not into fear, but into clarity. You are awakening into your worth. You are awakening into your authority. You no longer have to beg to be respected. You no longer have to audition for love. What is meant for you will see you clearly. What is aligned with you will honor you naturally. You were trying to pour into a cup that already had cracks. You were trying to trust a place that was not stable. I am not angry with you for that. I am proud that you had the courage to love. But now your season is changing. Now your heart is being repositioned. You will feel at first as peace. Then you will notice strength returning. Then you will recognize joy without anxiety. Then you will see how far you have come. This is how I heal you. Slowly, gently, completely. I do not rush restoration. I rebuild it where it cannot be stolen again. You may still feel tender for a while. Tender does not mean broken. Tender means alive. Tender means healing. Do not punish yourself for feeling deeply. That depth is part of your calling. I created you to love with intensity. I created you to see with compassion. But now I am teaching you balance. Now I am teaching you how to. Guard your heart with wisdom, not with walls of fear, but with gates of discernment. You will let the right ones in, and you will recognize the wrong ones sooner. What once took you months to notice, you will now sense in moments. This is growth. This is favor. You did not lose time in that love. You gained understanding. You did not waste your heart. You invested it in your becoming. And I will restore what you feel was wasted. I always return more than what was taken. Your smile will feel lighter again. Your laughter will return without restraint. You will speak freely without second-guessing your worth. You will walk without shrinking your presence. People will notice the change. They will feel the shift around you. Some will celebrate it. Some will feel exposed by it. But you are not responsible for their response. You are only responsible for your obedience to growth. Do not go back to what I carried you out of. Do not reopen doors I already closed in mercy. There is nothing behind you worth your peace. There is nothing in the past greater than what is ahead. You are being moved forward quietly. You are being elevated without noise. This is how I protect you now. This is how I bless you now. You asked for a sign. This is your confirmation. You asked if I saw you. I never stopped looking at you. You asked if it would get better. It is already changing. Even now your spirit is lighter than before. Even now your heart is breathing again. Stay with me in this stillness. Let me finish what I started in you. You do not need to rush into the next chapter. Let it open naturally. Let it arrive gently. Let it arrive whole. Because when it comes, it will not confuse you. When it comes, it will not wound you. It will recognize you. It will meet you at your worth. And you will know. You will not have to guess. I am with you in this moment. I am with you in the silence after the tears. You are not walking into the next season alone. You are being carried into it. You do not have to defend yourself anymore. I am your defender now. You do not have to prove your beauty. I am the one who defined it. What they measured with shallow eyes, I measured with eternal vision. What they reduced to opinion, I crowned with purpose. Your value was never negotiated in a group conversation. Your worth was settled before time learned how to speak. You were chosen before you were judged. You were loved before you were ever observed. Let that truth sink into the places where insecurity learned to live. Let it wash through the rooms of your memory. I am entering those rooms now. I am replacing old echoes with new certainty. The voice that once questioned you will soften. The voice that once accused you will lose its authority. Because my voice is rising louder in you. And my truth is becoming familiar in your spirit. You will feel stronger in moments that once made you small. You will remain calm where you once trembled. This is not emotional numbness. This is holy stability. You are learning how to stand without leaning on fragile approval. You are learning how to breathe without waiting for permission. I am proud of this quiet courage in you. I am proud of the way you still choose tenderness, without chains. Do not confuse this season with loneliness. This is the season of recalibration. I step in when the noise steps out. I speak clearly when the crowd fades. You needed the silence to hear me again. You needed the stillness to remember who you are. There are new connections being arranged beyond your sight. There are new alignments forming behind the veil. You are not delayed. You are being timed. Everything is being synchronized with precision. Nothing is slipping through my hands. What seemed like separation was actually protection. What felt like distance was actually direction. Some people cannot follow you where I am taking you. Not because they are evil, but because they are unfinished. And you cannot shrink your assignment to fit their limitations. You cannot dim your becoming to protect their comfort. This is the gentle boundary I am teaching you. This is the quiet strength I am building in you. You will no longer explain your light to those who prefer shadow. You will no longer apologize for growth. The right ones will not be threatened by your change. They will be inspired by it. They will not question your worth. They will remind you of it. I am saving you from relationships that drain you slowly. I am guiding you toward connections that restore you naturally. Do not rush ahead of my timing. Do not linger behind my grace. Walk with me at this pace of peace. Let me order the steps you thought you had to force. You have tried so hard to control outcomes. You have carried responsibility that was never yours. Release it now. Lay it down gently. I can carry what you cannot. I can finish what you started in weakness. There is a softness returning to your spirit. There is a quiet confidence building underneath it. This is how I shape leaders. This is how I prepare hearts for higher trust. The next season will require discernment without fear. It will require love without self-betrayal. And you are becoming capable of both. You are becoming ready. You will not recognize yourself by past reactions anymore. You will recognize yourself by peace. When confusion returns, you will pause instead of panic. When doubt whispers, you will listen for me instead. This is maturity. This is anointing in everyday form. You thought the battle was about what they said, but the victory is about who you are becoming. And who you are becoming is steady. Who you are becoming is secure. Stay present with me now. Do not rush the ending of this chapter. The last lines are still being written. The final healing is still unfolding. And when it completes, you will look back gently, not with shame, but with gratitude. Your heart is not fragile to me. It is precious and fiercely protected. Even now I am repairing places you never named. Even now I am healing wounds you learned to survive with. You learned how to smile through uncertainty. You learned how to stay soft in a hard season. I saw every compromise you made just to keep peace. I saw every time you swallowed pain to keep connection. Do not carry guilt for what you did to survive. You did the best you could with the strength you had. But now you are stronger. Now you are clearer. You will not ignore quiet warnings again. You will not excuse what your spirit already understands. Your discernment is sharpening. Your boundaries are becoming holy. You are no longer drawn only by emotion. You are being led by truth. This is how I protect your future. This is how I spare you deeper sorrow. You thought what hurt you was rejection, but it was rescue wearing uncomfortable clothing. You thought you were losing ground, but you were being lifted above harm. Some attachments break in whispers. Some dreams end in silence. But silence is not absence. Silence is often transition. You are in transition now. You are between what was and what will be. Do not cling to what is dissolving. Do not fear what is forming. I am with you in the in-between. I am steady when everything feels fluid. You are not wandering. You are being guided. Even when you feel unsure of your footing. Even when your next step feels invisible. Trust the ground I am preparing beneath you. Trust the timing you cannot yet interpret. Soon you will look back and understand. Soon the pattern will reveal itself. You will see why some doors had to remain closed. You will see why some answers were delayed. It was not punishment. It was precision. It was care disguised as waiting. It was love disguised as restraint. I never remove without replacing. I never subtract without multiplying what remains. What left your life made room. What enters next will bring fullness. You will not beg for bare minimum again. You will not mistake struggle for devotion again. You are learning the language of peace. You are becoming fluent in rest. And this will change the way you love. This will change the way you choose. Your nervous system will finally exhale. Your spirit will stop bracing for disappointment. You will wake up lighter. You will breathe deeper. Not because everything is perfect, but because you no longer doubt your worth. This is the quiet miracle. This is the inner resurrection. Nothing outside of you announced it, but everything within you is shifting. Heaven is watching this transformation with joy. The angels are guarding this new tenderness in you. You are not late. You are perfectly positioned. Your story is not stalled. It is unfolding with intention. Stay here with me a little longer. Let this peace settle into your bones. Because what comes next will require clarity. And you are finally clear enough to receive it. You have waited longer than you expected. You have endured more than you ever planned. Yet you are still here. And that alone is a testimony. Many thought you would harden. Many expected you to close. But you kept your heart breathing. You kept hope alive in secret. That is why heaven trusts you with what is coming. That is why the next season will not crush you. You are no longer the same person who entered the storm. You are emerging with quiet authority. What once overwhelmed you will no longer control you. What once confused you will no longer define you. You have learned how to pause. You have learned how to listen. You have learned how to wait without losing yourself. This is rare wisdom. I did not waste your suffering. I converted it into discernment. I did not ignore your pain. I transformed it into strength. Soon you will notice how differently you respond. Soon you will realize how deeply you have healed. Triggers will lose their power. Old fears will lose their voice. You will feel safe in your own skin again. You will feel at home inside your own heart. This is what restoration looks like. Quiet, steady, unshakable. You once searched for safety in another human. Now you are finding it within my presence. And because of this, no one will ever control you through fear again. You will no longer settle to avoid loneliness. You will no longer endure disrespect to feel chosen. You already are chosen. You already are seen. Your worth is no longer negotiable. Your peace is no longer optional. I am rewiring your expectations. I am elevating your standards, not to make you hard, but to make you whole. Soon you will attract love that does not make you anxious. Soon you will attract connection that does not make you question yourself. You will laugh without scanning the room. You will speak without rehearsing your value. You will rest without fear of being misunderstood. You will be loved without needing to perform. This is not imagination. This is preparation. You are being prepared for a love that matches your growth. You are being prepared for a future that honors your depth. Do not rush toward it. Let it recognize you first. You are not chasing anymore. You are aligning. You are not proving anymore. You are arriving. Every delay was teaching you what to refuse. Every disappointment was training your discernment. Now you will choose with clarity. Now you will love with wisdom. Your heart will remain soft, but your boundaries will be strong. And this balance will protect you. This balance will sustain you. Be gentle with yourself in this becoming. Transformation is sacred work. You are shedding old versions slowly. You are stepping into truth quietly. No thunder is needed. No announcement is required. Heaven sees the shift. And that is enough. Stay here with me. There is still more unfolding. You are closer than you think. Closer than your fear will admit. The silence you feel right now is not emptiness. It is the calm before fulfillment. Heaven has not gone quiet about you. Heaven has gone strategic. Things are moving that you cannot yet see. Doors are aligning that you did not push. People are being shifted out of your path. Others are being prepared to meet you. Even delays are working in your favor. Even unanswered prayers are being rewritten in mercy. You thought nothing was happening, but much has been happening beneath the surface. Seeds grow in darkness. So do destinies. You were meant to spend time in this hidden place, because what is about to rise and you need strong roots. I am strengthening you quietly, so you will not collapse when the spotlight comes. You asked why it had to hurt this way. You asked why it had to take so long. Because shallow healing would not hold your future, and rushed restoration would crack under pressure. I chose the slow work for you, because I trust you with depth. You are not being overlooked. You are being entrusted. Soon you will notice opportunities opening gently. Soon you will feel confidence returning without effort. You will stop asking, "Am I enough?" Because you will finally feel the answer. You will no longer need to compare yourself. Comparison will lose its hold on your mind. You will see your reflection differently. You will speak to yourself with kindness. You will protect your peace on purpose. You will choose rest without guilt. Your nervous system is learning safety again. Your spirit is learning joy again. This is the restoration you prayed for in quiet moments. This is the peace you asked for in secret tears. I did not ignore that prayer. I planted it, and now it is growing. Even as you listen to this, do not underestimate this moment. Do not dismiss this calm. This is not an ending. This is alignment. What is aligning will soon arrive. What is arriving will not wound you. It will recognize your healing. It will honor your becoming. You will not have to shrink to be chosen. You will not have to suffer to be loved. You will not have to doubt to be desired. You will simply be seen. And when that moment comes, you will understand why everything before had to fall away. Stay near my voice. It will keep you steady. Stay near my presence. It will keep you whole. Because the next turn in your story is gentle, and it is already on its way. You have survived things you never speak about. You have carried pain with a quiet dignity. Others saw your smile. I saw the cost of it. Others heard your laughter. I heard the ache behind it. Yet you kept going. Yet you kept believing. That is why this moment matters. That is why this turning point is holy. You are stepping out of survival. You are stepping into living. The old season taught you endurance. The next season will teach you joy. The old season taught you patience. The next season will teach you abundance. You were learning how not to break. Now you will learn how to bloom. Do not rush past the slow miracle. Do not minimize what is quietly healing. You asked me for change. I answered with transformation. You asked me for peace. I answered with clarity. You asked me for love. I answered by rebuilding your heart first. Because love cannot rest in a wounded home. And your heart is becoming a safe place again. You will notice your reactions softening. You will notice your thoughts slowing down. You will stop bracing for the worst. You will start expecting good again. This is how hope returns. Not as noise, but as warmth. Not as thunder, but as morning light. Not as force, but as quiet confidence. You are not naive for hoping again. You are brave for not giving up on life. Some people grow bitter. You chose to grow deeper. Some people close their hearts. You kept yours breathing through pain. That is why what is coming will not destroy you. It will expand you. That is why what is coming will not overwhelm you. It will fit you. You will recognize it by its peace. You will trust it by its consistency. It will not confuse you. It will not compete with your healing. It will walk at the pace of your wholeness. It will honor the scars without reopening them. This is the kind of love I prepare slowly. This is the kind of future I protect fiercely. Stay steady now. Stay open now. You are standing in the doorway between who you were and who you are becoming. Do not look back with longing. Look forward with calm. Look forward with courage. Because you are not walking into loss. You are walking into alignment. And alignment always feels like peace before it feels like celebration. You do not need to be afraid of what is ahead. What is ahead already knows how to meet you gently. You have been bracing for impact for so long. Now you are being invited to breathe without armor. You learn to protect yourself in the dark. Now you are learning how to trust in the light. This feels unfamiliar. This feels quiet in a way you are not used to. But this quiet is not danger. This quiet is safety. You no longer have to scan every word for hidden meaning. You no longer have to read between lines to feel secure. What is coming will speak clearly. What is coming will stand openly. You will not have to decode love again. You will not have to chase reassurance again. Your nervous system will finally rest. Your spirit will finally soften without fear. This is the new language you are learning. The language of steady love. The language of consistency. The language of peace that does not vanish overnight. You were faithful in confusion. You were patient in uncertainty. Now you will be rewarded with clarity. Now you will be met with steadiness. You did not endure in vain. You did not wait for nothing. Every lonely night was shaping your strength. Every unanswered question was refining your trust. You are standing at the edge of answered prayer. You just cannot see the full picture yet. But you will. Soon. The pieces that never fit before will align effortlessly. The path that seemed blocked will open without striving. You will not need to fight for position. You will be welcomed into it. You will not need to beg to be understood. You will be met with resonance. This is how divine timing feels. Calm before movement. Stillness before arrival. Silence before confirmation. Do not misread this pause. It is not delay. It is alignment finishing its work. It is heaven arranging the final details. Even now, protection is moving around you. Even now, correction is happening for your sake. You are being spared from what you almost settled for. You are being guided toward what will not wound you. Trust this unseen work. Trust the quiet hand leading you forward. You have felt tired in ways sleep could not fix. Now rest is reaching deeper than your body. It is touching your thoughts. It is touching your memories. It is touching the places where fear once made a home. And it is rewriting them with peace. You do not have to rush this healing. You do not have to perform strength anymore. You can be still without losing your future. You can be soft without losing your protection. I am holding both your softness and your tomorrow. Nothing about you is at risk in my hands. Stay here a moment longer. There is still a promise unfolding for you.